Greetings, all! Today, we will be examining the exceptionally rare Water-type Pokemon Popplio, the Sea Lion Pokémon, its equally rare evolution Brionne, the Pop Star Pokémon, and its equally rare Water Fairy-type final evolution Primarina, the Soloist Pokémon. Fun to play with and more than capable of proving to be a special nightmare in battle, the members of the Popplio family are a lovable starter Pokemon that adds some serious special offense and defense to any team that is willing to make room for them. Popplio have blue bodies with a sea lion form to them, their back limbs having turned into a pair of fins, while the front limbs have 3 toes each, marked by white lines to help connect the 3 digits together into a ladle shape. They have a light blue collar of flesh around their neck, and a fairly bulbous head, with small ears, black eyes, and a white mouth area, and a large, round, pink nose that sits like a ball at the end of their face. Their evolved form, Brionne, have a lighter blue body color to their bodies, but otherwise share the same general body shape, with white tips to their tail fin and hands. Their nose has retained its pink color in this state, and their face is almost completely covered by blue, with pink centers to their eyes, a pair of bulbous, blue and white chained extensions on their heads, almost like organic beads, and a series of 3 frilly skirts on the torso that give them the appearance of wearing a skirt or dress of some sort. Their final evolution, Primarina, give off a strong mermaid vibe, with their lower torso consisting of a large blue tail with a frilly cover at the end of their twin-tailed white tail end, and a series of pink spines near the base of their form. Their upper torso is a stark white color with elongated front limbs, a vest of frilly skin on their chest area, and bright blue eyes. In addition, they have a pair of pink starfish-like crests on the side of their head, another frilly crest on their head, and a long, flowing mane of aquamarine-colored hair tied into a ponytail form by a series of 2 organic pearl chains. The members of the Popplio family are interesting marine mammals that not only show a skewed gender ratio of 8:1 in favor of males, but are also able to effectively use the power of bubbles in order to attack others and with extreme grace and elegance. While many other water-type Pokemon are generally gifted in using streams of water as their primary method of attack, these creatures instead specialize in using their own bodily fluids to generate impressive bubbles or water balloons, with their usage of these balloons changing and growing as they mature and develop over the course of their lifetime. As Popplio, these creatures start out with just being able to generate a single or a few balloons at a time, and unlike normal bubbles, while these structures can pop very easily and prove to be harmless to most, they can be injected with a special oil that can cause them to burst violently when struck, dealing some actual damage to anyone that gets too close to them. They can even thicken the walls of these balloons to make it possible for these creatures to stand on them without having them burst, allowing for them to show off their acrobatic skills to the utmost. Once they evolve, these mammals will incorporate a bit of dancing into their performance and use this power to actually control the water balloons through a budding development of Fairy Force power, as seen by the acquisition of the disarming voice attack as Popplio. They can more than use these dances to make themselves a threat in battle, and they are quite talented at what they do, gladly performing for others to the best of their ability to make them stand out and incorporate their full range of talents as best they can. Evolving into Primarina only serves to push this even further, as they will instead use their magnificent singing voices and Fairy Force powers to control their attacks, and their singing talents are so incredibly elegant that they can enrapture just about anyone, making them both a wonder to listen to and a dangerous special threat for the sheer range of their voice and their special attacks. This extreme bond of these creatures demonstrated with their natural aquatic powers is what allows them to normally only possess the Torrent ability as their base ability, but for those that are able to combine it with their singing power, can also possess a unique signature ability, the Liquid Voice ability, which has the effect of turning all sound-based moves used by them into water-type moves. In terms of stats, and looking at Primarina, it can be said these creatures are not able to really move that fast due to their ponderous form and lack of strong muscles in their limbs, plus the physical attributes are noticeably lacking due to the limited durability of their soft flesh, so their base attack, defense, and speed stats are below average for a fully evolved water and fairy-type Pokemon. On the other hand though, they do have a decent amount of HP for a fairy type, and their special attributes are incredibly high as a result of being able to tap fully into their fairy type powers, so the base HP stat is above average for a fully evolved fairy type Pokemon, and the base special attack and special defense stats are above average for a fully evolved Pokemon of both of their types, additionally possessing the highest base special attack stat out of all non-legendary fairy type Pokemon, and ultimately having the power needed to be a dangerous force to have to face from afar. Popplio are hard-working Pokemon that enjoy practicing their creation of water balloons on a regular basis in order to increase their overall stamina and time, and the amount and size of the balloons they can make with their special technique as they blow them from their nose. As noted before, these creatures mainly use these balloons as a form of entertainment, but they can use them for offense and make use of other weak attacks like Water Gun to defend themselves, though most of the time they still prefer to just play around and use their balloons for fun. Moreover, since their bodies are better adapted to the water, where they can swim as fast as 25 miles per hour, they tend to be a bit ponderous on land and make up for this by using their balloons as springboards of sorts, bouncing on them to get around while the balloons burst after each forceful impact. Their young age makes them easy to train for the most part, and they are very easy to make companions out of, making them a perfect choice for starter Pokemon. The only thing that really holds them back is their limited defenses and lack of powerful attacks, but it won't take too long for them to really start develop into something special, so care and attention are recommended to bring the most out of these fun-loving Pokemon as possible. In order to better direct their attacks and distract the opposition, Brionne specialized in using dance as a key part of their combat skills and activities. In the heat of battle, these creatures will dance beautifully and elegantly in order to distract the opposition while they generate a series of water balloons from their body. When the target is not paying attention, they will then viciously whip these balloons at them in order to deal damage, and while the damage might be somewhat light in some cases, the thicker balloons they use to hop around on to deliver aerial attacks can be quite painful to hit by when they burst, and Brionne can generate enough of them to make their attacks fairly strong as a whole. Outside of battle, these creatures still love to dance, and are such fanatics about it that they will practice every single day, and if they see a new dance they are not familiar with, they will spend all their time practicing it until they can master it. It is even said that you can see them practicing their dancing with others in large throngs on moonlit nights, providing for a gorgeous show that can leave even the greatest of skeptics in awe at their versatility. It also helps that these creatures enjoy making sure everyone around them is happy, so if they see someone that looks sad or depressed, they will do the best to use their dancing to cheer them up and hopefully make their day better. As far as their own happiness, Brionne prefer to keep up a happy face to others at all times in order to keep morale up. They will only reveal their true feelings to others that they trust to the utmost, thus making it imperative for trainers to get as close to them as possible in order to form a bond to help them truly be happy as they make themselves out to be to others, if only for the sake of making their transition into their final evolution clean and proper in execution. When Brionne managed to evolve into Primarina, they awaken a power deep in their genetics that allows them to start to freely harness Fairy Force energy as a tool in battle, helping them to become partial Fairy types in the process and elevating their combat abilities immensely. In this form, these creatures are able to use this power in combination with a new tool to amplify the power of their attacks immensely: their voice. As it turns out, these creatures have some of the loveliest singing voices in the world, and are able to belt out just about any tune that they hear with precision and great gusto, making them extremely popular as performers in this regard. On the one hand, this helps them out in battle, as it allows them to learn a unique attack as soon as they evolve, called the Sparkling Aria attack, which involves them creating a massive series of water balloons and then blasting them across the battlefield with the power of the voice to deal damage. This attack might have such a large radius of attack that it can even strike all Pokemon in a battle, even potential allies, but it also contains a healing tonic in the water stored inside of the balloons that has the effect of healing any burns that a target might have, so there is some unique strategy to be had with the attack. Aside from this, these Pokemon treat every meeting and confrontation as an opportunity to test their singing and dancing skills, and it is said that the sight of these beasts leading others in song under moonlit nights is truly a sight to behold, and not something that is to be missed by anyone, especially when the light of the moon reflects off of the surface of the water balloons they generate. The melodies that these creatures sing are often passed down through generations, so they can be learned and improved upon over time, and any song that they hear will be something they will try their best to add to their repertoire in order to diversify the catalog of accessible music as much as possible. They will even go so far as to share songs between colonies and try to combine music in order to create new melodies that make even Pokemon like Altaria blush, who are already known for their glorious singing voices. Because these creatures need their voices to be in tip-top shape in order to perform, it is imperative that trainers make sure to keep their voices healthy and their throats from getting too hoarse, caring for them constantly. If they lose their voice, they lose most of their powers in the process, and it can be difficult for them to recover from such an event without leaving themselves vulnerable to attack. Not surprisingly, it is thought by some that their voices and form, combined in turn, have led them to be the basis for the Selkie of Irish and Scottish mythology, and as a whole, it makes Primarina both gorgeous creatures to listen to and powerful fighters not worth underestimating under any circumstances when a battle must be fought at a distance. Cute and adorable at a young age, and downright magnificent in appearance when fully evolved, the members of the Popplio family are interesting creatures that can definitely use a bit of water, song, and dance to mesmerize others and make a name for themselves on and off the battlefield. They might not look that tough to the untrained eye, but these creatures can more than prove to be a handful to deal with if one is not careful in approaching them. Just do yourself a favor and try not to interrupt them or otherwise cause too much of a disturbance while they're in the middle of singing or dancing. They might not be able to do much other than give you a wicked double slap attack in close quarters, but try and turn your back to them, and they will gladly pelt and douse you with water balloons until you learn to give these singing lovelies the respect they deserve. Thank you all for watching this video. It is always an honor to be able to speak with you all on the subject of Pokemon in a way that brings me great joy and happiness in my work. If you would like to keep tabs on past and future work, click that subscribe button, check out my work on DeviantArt, and don't be shy about following me on Twitter, where you can find pertinent announcements on upcoming work before it is officially posted. Links to both can be found in the video description. If you would like to support my work and help Miguel and I continue to produce more content for you and improve upon our presentation, please visit us at my Patreon page, which you can also find a link to in the video description.
Yeah, no.
With that, I thank you for watching and I wish you well.